4, 3, 2, 1. We are all here shooting this shit with our hosts, DJ Duss and Bamboo Bam. Let's go.
Yo, what's up, Bam?
What up?
Not much, man. Just not much, man. The weekend's around the corner, so
Yeah.
Good. I'm a little bit happy about that. You doing anything this weekend?
Nah, I'm not gonna do nothing this weekend. Just gonna hold it down and chill out.
Hold on a sec. So
Save my
backstage,
money.
you told me
Save my money.
you don't have any money to save. So
Save my money. Save my money.
You said backstage you're going to the doctor's tomorrow.
Tomorrow. That's it. The weekend.
Little checkup, getting the cough. Is that what you're getting?
Yeah. Nah, check up on my sugar levels and shit.
All right.
And whatnot. So. Routine checkup.
That's cool. That's what I mean,
sure. being that I was working at the hospital doing the lights, I've been seeing the fucking doctor every day. You know what I mean? So now it's like,
that's kind of funny now that you brought that up. Yeah,
it's like, why you didn't just call me in the office the other day? You know what I mean? So
like, get your ass over here. That's dope though, man. All right, let's do this. Everybody, man, like our Facebook page. That's at Shooting the Shit. You can stream all our videos, comment, question. You can do the exact same thing on YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube page, and that's at Shooting the Shit Podcast. If you don't like any of those, you can go on Twitch. That's at STS_podcast1. Once this episode is done, it usually gets uploaded, and then we'll be on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iTunes, Amazon Music, all that other stuff. And that's at Shooting the Shit Podcast 1. All right, we have a special guest today. Yes. This is the world of the internet. You got to love the internet, man. You take your time, you look, you check out these people pop up, and then you listen to some of their music and you get really impressed. So I'm really happy that she agreed to come on the show. Really great artist. So let's get her on. There's Tara Kasey. How you doing, Tara?
Hi, I'm really good. How are you doing?
I'm happy to have you on. I gotta love. That's what I love the internet. It's so like, you become, you're like, oh, this is some dope stuff, and then you reach out, and then some people say yes, some people say yes and don't come on, and then people say no. It happens. So I don't know anything about you. We just met through Instagram and stuff, and I get a little bit curious, and I always want to ask all these questions before we start. But I'm like, why don't I just save it for the podcast itself? Where were you born and raised?
I was born in New York, but I was raised in Connecticut.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah. Which part of New York? Just a little curious.
So I was born in the Bronx. My mom was Queens. I grew up in Connecticut, and then I moved to Florida, I want to say 6 years ago.
How's Florida treating you?
I love it here. It's so much more.
I know. I love the postcards. That's all I know.
Everything.
The postcards.
The weather.
Yeah.
I know.
Nightlife is crazy, So I don't know how you can just not lose your mind down there, because I'll be wilding the fuck out.
No, I'm I'm a homebody, and I'm a chill person. I'm not a party goer.
That's good. See, they stuck us party people up north. They're like, behave, Stay up there. We went down there. We know we'd screw up. We already know that.
It gets cold. Stay home.
Exactly.
So, who influenced you in being an artist?
Oh, I would probably say, well, my dad used to listen to a lot of Sade, so definitely her. Obviously, the classics, Alicia Keys, Beyonce.
Yeah.
When I would do talent shows and stuff like that, I would usually sing Beyonce or Alicia Keys, something like that. And then I also got into Jordan Sparks. I had a huge Jordan Sparks thing when I was 12.
Yeah. I get that. So, how old were you when you first started taking it seriously? Because, going into the studios, obviously you have music videos on YouTube. So, how old were you when you started taking this game real seriously?
So, I was 16 when I started recording music. Nice. I was doing it at home though, so I was posting covers and stuff like that on SoundCloud and stuff.
Yeah.
And then I went into the studio for the first time, I want to say when I was 18.
Okay.
I think. And then I dropped my first single when I was 18.
Now, did you feel the big difference between recording at home and then, the studio and the engineers? And
honestly, it's not no shame to the engineers. They were actually really good. The whole experience was good, but I think that I was honestly a little bit disappointed because I didn't realize the difference. Because when you record at home, you can spend however long you want to get it right. You know what I mean? And then I didn't know how to articulate the certain things that I wanted in the music because I didn't know music lingo yet. So I didn't know how to say make it sound like this, make it sound like that. So yeah.
That's funny you said that because I helped a friend produce his some of his music. And it's funny because when I was talking to the engineer, I think he must have thought I was crazy. I was like, that thing, and I'm pointing at the screen. I'm like, dude, no, that other thing. He's this poor guy. You know what? I know why he was worth every penny now. Is to deal with my shit next to him, But I understand the lingo. It's true. The more you're in the studio, the more you get to learn the words and the lingos, and I get that. But I just found it, but I'm surprised because us, recording at home. I don't know. I guess you're probably a perfectionist, so you probably took your time to make yourself sound great. Or us, we can't wait. Back in the day, we couldn't wait to put it on a CD and listen to it in the car, and it sounded like shit. But that's us. That was just us, though. But Bam, were you the same way?
Yeah,
when
much.
I listen to like my music straight out of the studio, I'm like blasting it on the way home. Like I'm usually with like a friend or something, and like we're just jamming. It sounds so good usually because it's fresh, and you're like, oh, this is gonna be a hit. It's so good.
So, like, when did you know you had a talent to sing? Like, how old were you?
Okay, so I think I was probably like 9 or something, and I was singing in the car, like just like to I don't know what song, but my mom started like calling my family members, and she was like, "My baby can sing," and I was like, "What?" I was like, "Okay." So I just started going with it, and honestly, I actually really didn't like my voice. Every time I would like record a video, I didn't think that it sounded good, but like I would put it on Facebook, and then all my friends would be like, "Oh my gosh, it's so good," and I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna go with this."
Took a little while to get your confidence up.
So if you have talent, your mom's proud of you. That's why my parents told me to shut up most of my life. I get it now. I couldn't sing, so I can't sing. I get it. They made a good choice. I can't. Trust me, I'm terrible. But that's cool at a young age. It's I find that's when. Parents are a great reason to have your back. You know what I mean? And it's especially, okay, I have a little bit of a story. I've seen some parents promote their daughter or son into things that they're not very good at. And I'm a bit like, can you not put a stop to that and find what they're good at and push them towards there? I don't know. That's just me. But,
I think a lot of people try to learn their kids too. So like might like their son like soccer, and their son doesn't really like soccer, but there's like, they keep pushing it. I think moms do it a lot. Like through like modeling and stuff like that, they want their daughters to like pursue their own things.
Are the parents or the moms living through them, you think?
Yeah, I do.
Pretty much.
I agree.
Do you remember your first song you ever recorded?
Yeah. Oh wait, like on my own or in the studio?
Yep, on your own.
On your own. First one ever.
Oh yeah, actually I do. It's called "Call You Mine," and I think it's still on SoundCloud. It's really interesting.
Now you look back at it, how do you feel about it?
I think it's like weird, like because I didn't think that I engineered it myself, so I didn't think I did that good of a job.
Right.
But I went to I recorded the song and I posted it on SoundCloud, and then I went to camp literally like 2 days after. And when I got to camp, everyone was talking about this song. They were like, "Oh my God, Tara just dropped this new song." No, you can't be serious.
Wow, that's crazy.
That's cool. Yeah. So Tara, we all get together. We go in Florida. We end up meeting up with you, and we haven't heard anything of yours yet. We find out you're a singer. What song would you turn us on to make us a fan of yours? What would be the first song you'd make us hear?
The Last Text. It's on my most recent album. I think it's number 2 on my most recent album.
Yeah. I this is what I do. Before I interview someone, I know which one you're talking about. I listen to everyone's stuff. When I was on YouTube, I download everything on Spotify. I do all that before I interview because I want to know what you're talking about. I want to be like, oh yeah. No, definitely a good one.
Yeah, that's my favorite because I think it's one of the most raw, you know what I mean? And it's not like a regular song. It doesn't have like a hook and Yeah. It's just like a freestyle.
Mm-hmm. Your first performance. Tell me. Do you remember how you felt? How was it?
My first performance as an artist or just like in general?
Both. I'm curious.
Okay, so I think my first performance in general was at like a cafe in Norwalk, Connecticut. Small town, but I ended up like getting singing lessons from this. I think she actually taught dance class, and then I ended up getting singing lessons from her. Mm-hmm. And she invited me. She was like, "Hey, do you want to come? Like, I have this gig at this cafe," and I was like less than 10 years old. She was like, "I have this gig at this cafe. Do you want to come sing with me there?" And I sang "No Air" by Jordan Sparks, and. Mm-hmm. I don't think I was that nervous. I think it's because I had my family my parents aren't together, but I had to live with my mom and my dad in the same place. And I think I was just, I felt comforted by them just being there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was like the first time I performed, I think. And then my first time performing as artist, I honestly don't know. I can't remember.
Ooh,
but I can
shows. That many shows.
I can tell you that. Well, because I think I went on a performance spree like last summer, like the summer before COVID.
Nice.
And so I can't remember exactly which experience.
Do you have a favorite one? Like a favorite place, a spot, favorite show?
No, because I don't think I've performed like my best yet. So I don't.
Okay, I like that.
When I look back at the experiences, I just remember like getting butterflies every time and stuff like that. But
the butterflies are always a good feeling.
Okay, so you performed a lot. So we usually ask, do you prefer to perform indoors or outdoors?
Oh, I think outdoors is probably nicer.
Yep, you prefer outdoors.
Yeah.
A lot of people say outdoors. You get to do whatever you want,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's because I'm a DJ. I'm all indoors. I like the lighting shit. That's just me. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I've heard other stories about like they can't indoors. You can feel the people better. Outdoors, it's too open. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so I feel like that it kind of cuts back on like how tense it is. Like when you're indoors, it's like really tense, and then like the light is on you, but you can't really see the audience.
Oh, yes.
You like zoom in on like one face, so like you can only see like one face at a time, and I don't know, it's just intense.
But you guys like how I said it? Like I've experienced this huge crowd or something. I never experienced that. No, that's what I heard. It wasn't me. I don't. So you're currently independent, right?
Yeah.
So is this the route that you want to go, or would you be open to being signed to a label?
I recently started being like more open to getting signed. Originally, like I kind of felt like there was like this stigma against it, so I was kind of like opposed to it. But I would say in August, I started getting emails from labels and stuff like that, and I was like, okay, this is actually really nice. So that kind of just opened my eyes to like the possibility of getting signed, and that's something that I'm like into right now.
It's funny you said that, because like probably like early days, maybe last year in the early shows of this episode, I was all like, yeah, independent, and the more research I did on it, I was like, shit, they're getting pimped anyways through Spotify and YouTube. So I was just like, either the label or you. So you, as an independent artist, you have to put all this money up front, videos, all that stuff, promotions, throw it on Spotify, get lucky to get a penny from their, and then I'm like, what the hell's the difference? You might as well let the label pay for your videos and your tour and, get you out there and stuff, and then, get maybe 2 pennies. But I don't know how they work. But I just know that when I was looking at the Spotify deals and stuff, I was like, God damn, like, I switched. What was it, about a month ago, Bam, was when I leaned over? I was like, no.
Yeah, once you did all the specs on there, you was like,
I was like,
shit,
I'm against. I would love for an independent artist to make it. Don't get me wrong, and I think if you make it big, you will win dramatically. But I mean, Jesus, to come up and do all that time and all that money, and no team behind you like a label would.
Well, it's
I
hard.
think the best bet is to like sign first and then just branch off when the contract's up. But I mean, there are ways you can get stuck, so be careful. But Tory Lanez did it.
Well, that's
exactly
the thing. Getting stuck, they will stick you. Yeah, for example, the worst person that ever got stuck that I found got really jammed up was Prince.
What was his label? I mean, what was his deal?
What was his deal? It wasn't about his deal. The man couldn't even use his own name. That's how jammed up he was. He had to go by a symbol. You get what I'm saying?
Is that how he got out the symbol? Is that that's where it came from? Okay.
That's how he got out of
Bam's a lot older than us, so this is where he's the history guy. He's the history teacher right now. He's teaching.
I'm only 32, man.
Yeah. Keep going. I didn't know that. I didn't know that's what I remember the symbol thing. I just didn't know that was the case.
So it all depends. You got to like you said, you got to be aware of what they're trying to get a hold of, because like I said, they want your masters, they want this, they want that, they want we give you everything, but you got to give us this. You know what I mean? And you really got to think about the back end. That's where it really is important, because you want to leave some generational wealth to your kids. You get what I'm saying? If you don't own your masters,
Yeah.
everybody else is getting that money. You know
True.
what I mean? So, just keep that in mind. Tell me, what's the biggest struggle in being an artist today for you?
I think it would be the fact that, social media is so saturated with artists.
Mm-hmm.
And then I kind of feel like everyone is kind of like doing the same thing.
Clap chasing.
And if you're not doing that, it's kind of hard for people to pay attention. So I think it's mainly just finding your niche, like finding your like particular fan base of people who are actually going to like your music.
Mm-hmm.
That's like my main thing.
I agree.
Yeah.
Go ahead, man.
Or you can go back to the old school blueprint and do like McDonald's and just keep playing your shit 3 times a day, every day for 5 days. Believe you me, they're gonna end up fucking getting earwormed and they're gonna like it regardless, right? So, but like I said, everybody doing the same thing. It's hard. I get it.
Saturation kills me, man. It kills me. It kills me because I find like, let's say if she comes out with a hot track and it's hot for like a few days and then it gets buried under all this other shit, and it's just like. You know what I mean? I listen, like, you know what I mean? Because everyone that's been on our podcast, we're big supporters. We'll do whatever it takes. We'll, you've been on our show. We'll do whatever we can on our end. And I throughout the day, I'll go through some music videos. I'm like, this is such a great track. And I look and it's like 2,000 hits. And I'm like, what? Like, then I'll look at some garbage that has more, or there's a bunch of saturated stuff, and it drives me nuts. I can't take it. It drives me absolutely crazy. But anyways, on the next question. So the future. Is there any artists or producers you would love to work with?
Young Blue, J.I. That's pretty much it for right now, I think.
Yeah.
J.I.
Have you reached out to them?
No.
Come on, man. Come on.
I definitely, especially recently on my second album, I was like really inspired by the both of them because I feel like they don't like they're not like structured with their music. They just kind of like sing what they want. You know what I mean? And the lyrics are so like uncut and raw. It doesn't have to like be like super. It's nice to have a metaphor, but it's not just all metaphor-y and then like like rhymey, it's just like it's kind of like I'm just gonna say this and then like
it's true. Yeah,
that's the thing. It's people get lost in being an artist. You get what I'm saying? They get lost. Here's the format. We're gonna stick with this. This is what's going good. But you know what? You're not supposed to be. I'm just a gangster from here, and I'm gonna talk about just that. You know what? I want to dream about being over here, so I'm gonna talk about over there, and I'm gonna try to talk about this, or you know what I mean? Hell, I was underwater one day. You know what I mean? Anything. You should be able to say what you want.
You've always said, "Don't put yourself in a box." You've always said that. Yeah.
So and it gives you room to breathe and do whatever you want. You can do hip hop, country, sing, R&B, gospel. You can do whatever you want if you don't keep yourself in that box. So keep doing a lot.
I think you should reach out anyways. What do you have to lose, right? Like,
maybe
you just reach out. It doesn't, either they say yes or they ignore you or they look past you. Fuck, you have nothing to lose at this point.
You can come back on the show and tell us how you felt about it. You can vent. You can vent if you want.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy. You can vent. Tell us how angry or happy you are. Yeah, this guy. Anyway, I want to play a little game with you. It's called Versus. You down to play? Versus. Super simple.
Okay.
Okay, let's do it. Let's get the intro on.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
All right. So here's another game of Versus. So the first one I want to pop out would be Usher versus Chris Brown.
Oh my gosh.
Josh, we don't make this easy, I know.
I have to say Chris Brown.
Chris Brown.
She's younger. That's why.
Don't ask me why.
I don't think there is no wrong answer. It's just okay. She might be younger. I know. I was young when.
I think that like for my age group, I feel like Chris Brown was a little bit more influential, just because his music was probably just more like played during that time, and then like it was more upbeat than Usher.
Yes.
A little. So yeah.
Yes, and you know what? And there's still some great tracks coming out. He's still doing it strong. So I agree. If I have to really lean and look into it, I'd pick Chris Brown also. All right, next one. Lady Gaga or Britney Spears?
Britney. Damn, that's so hard.
Did you watch that documentary of hers? That whatever. No. It was weird.
I still love her though. I feel like she's like so herself.
For sure.
such a character. I just I think
The doc has something to do with her dad controlling her money and.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
See,
Did you watch it?
Nope, it's a trap.
There's
You
still
know
something going on though.
Yeah, it was on. It was like something like she went and got lawyers, and somehow she lost. It makes no sense. But I hate I hate watching any documentary that when the person's not really in there. Like you know what I mean? It was just a bunch of clippings and footage, and it was like her manager from back in the day that was involved. Whatever. It wasn't the most entertaining thing, but the overall story was pretty fucking incredible. The fact that someone else is taking care of her money at her age is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I think it was because she was a child star, and that's why they had all the rights and everything to what.
I know. To what age? To ever?
But see, that's the problem. And anytime she screwed up, they had something to use against her. To be like, she's not ready. She's this. She's that. You know what I mean? And that's what they're doing. You know, what you need to do is say, you know what, keep that shit and drop a whole new album and watch everything will go crazy.
Depends what the contract is, but yeah, that would be the route to go if you're right. All right, next one. Beyonce versus Rihanna.
I say Rihanna.
Rihanna, how come? Why Rihanna? Why?
I'm an island girl, so I have to like team up.
So that's good enough. That's good enough.
I want to know which island.
You want to know which island? Jamaica.
Jamaica. See, tell you.
All right.
We need to go, Joe.
I know. First of all, we need to get out of here. Like, period. What do you?
We need to go. We need to go, man. I'm telling you.
Man, they have curfews on us at 9 o'clock. I need to do anything right now.
I was just there and I didn't want to leave.
You know,
I'm so glad I came back.
See, get you up in the morning.
There's gonna be one day I'm gonna go down south and my passport's gonna be doing this. I'm gonna rip it. And I'll be like, I'm staying. You guys have to put up with me. I don't give a shit.
Right.
I'm done. I mean, give me a broom. I don't know. I'll clean something up. I gotta stay. It's too cold up here. I don't like it. All right, next one. The Weeknd versus Tory Lanez.
That's tough, but I'm honestly gonna say Tory. There are like a few really good ones from The Weeknd that I like.
Yeah.
But I feel like Tory, just like, I don't know, the talent to me is like insane. Like I feel like it's just he has like the natural thing where he can just like make any, whenever.
Yes, if I had to pick track for track, I think I like more of Tory Lanez. I think they're just a
like
little.
Every song is really good.
It edges definitely The Weeknd. The Weeknd is good. I'm not going to deny that. It is what it is. But yeah, I'd pick Tory Lanez also. All right, the last one: Mariah Carey versus Whitney Houston.
For me, it's Mariah Carey because for my generation, she was just more influential there.
Yeah.
But then if you go back, you can probably say that Whitney was first, and Mariah, I'm sure everyone learned from Whitney, the vocal.
True enough.
Mariah's like her vocals are just insane to me.
I just tell when people say, "Oh, so and so is the first," I'm like, I know, but I'll still pick my car today over the first one ever. Just saying. They're saying sometimes you just learn and improve. I'm not saying that she is, but Bam, you kind of gave her a look when she picked Mariah Carey.
Vocals. You know what I mean?
Well, you're gonna say it's off of by what? Like this much? What are you talking about? It's that.
To me, Mariah just ain't got it for
What? Okay.
singing range.
Tell them, Tara. See, I don't want to argue with you.
I'm not trying to be a hater, but I just always felt Mariah could never really boom, and that high note that she claims she can hit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You have to look back at, you have to look back at the older performances. Like, she killed it.
Okay.
Everyone, I mean, she had that procedure or something. So, everyone.
She had a procedure. I know nothing of this. I'm sorry.
I think that she did.
Oh, okay.
I think there was something like, and I think that she had to like work to get her voice back.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying that it wasn't the same, but I don't know. My heart's with Mariah Carey always.
Well, I'm not saying she can't.
And then her
sing.
songs are like so catchy. Like
yes, 100%.
Whitney makes classics, obviously, but so does Mariah. But Mariah's songs to me are just like super catchy, like Obsessed, just all of them.
See, me and Bam will look at things different, right? Because I DJ, and I always look at who gave me the music for the dance floor, and Mariah was just feeding me that stuff, right? So. And Whitney fed me one for weddings. That was it.
Right.
not trying to be mean or anything, but
and that comes from your generation. My generation, Whitney was banging out the clubs back then.
Bam,
you see what I'm saying?
Read this.
I'm not listening to him. I still disagree with it. I'm telling you.
Facts do not cut it with Bam. It's like
right.
No. No,
Bam,
this
Bam,
is-
if you ever watch somebody, Bam is fake news here. He comes up with his own stats and his own thing. You know, he worked for Donald Trump. I'm telling you right now. This guy was
Hey,
all, yeah.
we're gonna make it great again. Don't worry.
This guy's like, all he does is lie. But I think Mariah Carey too, man. I think so.
I don't know.
I think you couldn't hear those high notes back then because you're just that much older. And you know,
Well, you know,
the ears are failing you.
I just from day one, I just really wasn't feeling it. That's all. You know what I mean? Honestly, from day one, I wasn't feeling it.
Oh, that's facts. Yeah. All right. So, give me your top 5 artists of all times.
Of all time.
Your top 5, and
Dang,
any sort.
I should have read the questions when you sent them.
No, you did read them, but when it got further down, you're like, yeah, I got this. I got this. No worries. You read the first one, like born and raised. I got this. I got this interview.
Don't worry about it. We just shooting the shit. Don't worry about it.
There's no wrong ones. You're gonna regret saying them after the show. You're like, fuck, I missed this one.
Yeah,
But it happens. Yeah, it happens.
Okay, so off the top of my head, I want to start with Sade. And then we'll go with, honestly, I think Young Blue is really good. So he's up to 2.
Okay. You put you right on the spot.
Sierra.
I know.
Sierra.
Oh, underrated.
Alicia Keys, Mariah Carey.
There we go. There we go.
One more? Did I get 5?
Go
I think
for it.
you got 5 each. You have one more. You look like you had another one there.
No, I was thinking.
No? Okay, all right. I thought you were, am I done? All right, no, that's 5. That's good. I like those ones. I see where you're going with your top 5. I like that. But, for people to get to know you a little bit better, we usually ask 10 other random quick questions.
Okay.
The first one would be, who was your first celebrity crush?
Oh my gosh. That doesn't exist. I don't think, still don't have a celebrity crush. Oh, wait, okay. I did have, I can't say who it is.
Okay. Next question.
Dream vacation.
Dream vacation. I would say somewhere in Asia. I haven't been to Asia.
Okay.
Man wants to go down there too, no?
I do. You know.
Okay, next question. First celebrity. No, I'm kidding. What was your first job ever?
My first job ever. I think it was an associate at Aeropostale
Associate.
in high school.
I could never find nothing to fit me at that store. It's true. They don't do nothing for the big people. You know what I mean? So, name one thing on your bucket list.
I want to visit outer space.
Oh,
Okay.
that's the first one. I like that.
It's better than jumping out of a fucking plane.
Yeah, everyone wants to jump out of a plane on this show. Everybody.
And they
I
go
don't-
crazy.
They try to invite us, and we're not going.
I'm a space guy. I'm with you on that
You guys
one.
want to do it?
No,
Okay.
no. I'm a big giant wuss. Come on. Don't let this face fool you. I ain't jumping out of nothing. I jumped down 3 steps. My heart just kind of skips a beat. No plane. I'll get on one, but I ain't jumping off one. All right. Give me one word that describes your music style.
I'd say authentic.
Oh yeah, that's facts. Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your favorite TV show?
I don't watch TV like that. I'm trying to
Did you have any when you were younger?
Yeah, growing up, it might have been Phil of the Future.
Okay, I like that. All right. So besides music, what other hobbies do you have?
School, school, modeling. I write everything. So I don't just write music. I write all kinds of stuff.
Look at
Spoken word,
you.
books.
Oh, nice.
Your work ethic's fantastic. You will do great. I promise. Your work ethic's great.
Well, you don't watch TV very often. What's your
I do
favorite
watch
movie?
Netflix.
What's
My
your
favorite
favorite movie?
There's one that you could rewatch. It doesn't bother you like it.
Johnson's Family Vacation.
Oh yeah.
That's a good one.
Cedric the Entertainer?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. So, Tara,
Yeah.
Things are opening up in Florida for you. Hopefully, it opens up for the rest of the world. What's next for you?
Ooh, what's next? Okay, well, I am looking for a label. Well, I'm like,
Yeah.
my eyes open for that. And I'm about to go to law school. So those are the next 2 steps for me. I know that might be like a little confusing, but yeah, those 2 things.
I love it.
Also to start performing more again.
Law school. God damn, girl.
She's got a lot on her plate. And
I don't know why, Bam, I'm not doing these podcasts no more because everyone we interview they're smart and they're driven.
And they keep moving. And
I know.
Shit, I got to take a nap before this motherfucking show.
This is true. This is true. I called him.
I'm tired.
We had one until Monday, and I'm like, I called him like, good evening. He's like, yo, we got a podcast later. I got to take a nap. And this was like 4 o'clock.
I'm tired. Shit.
I loved it though. I was like, okay, well, I'll see you around 7:30, 8 o'clock.
Gotta get refreshed. Gotta be ready.
I get it. So I want to let people know where they can follow you. So you're on all major streaming platforms, right? Music-wise?
Yeah.
Also, you are on Instagram. Technically Facebook and Twitter. It's all Tara Kasey, right? All one word for Instagram, of course, and then one word for Twitter, and then separate. Yeah, no, cool. If you want, please follow her. I have your link on here anyway, so it'll be either on YouTube or on Spotify and all that stuff. If they want to follow you. But man, a true pleasure to have you on. Like, I just love your drive is fantastic. I you know what I mean? Good head on your shoulders. You know what? She's putting herself to the test, man. She's in Florida going, I don't really go out. I'm just going to study.
And that's what I'm saying. She's down there. It's insane. She's focused. And she's a homebody. She's like, I don't get it. You know what? We should get you back on the show so we can debate some stuff.
Yes.
Get you wound up. Get you wound up a little bit.
That'd be great.
We'll do old school versus new school. I'll wear my referee shirt. I'll wear my referee shirt. And then you guys can go at it. You know what I mean? That'll be dope, though. But okay, so before I end the interview, I want you to tell me more about your latest video on YouTube this time. Can you tell me more about that?
Yeah, so that song, I wrote that when I was getting over a breakup and starting something new. So that song just encompasses, starting fresh, but also, being skeptical and stuff like that. I really loved the video because I was able to, put my own creative input into it. And it essentially turned out how I imagined it would be. And then like the whole thing is kind of like one big hypothetical because I'm thinking like, if we do get together and blah, blah, blah. And then kind of like at the end of the video, everything kind of time lapses backwards. So you kind of see like, how it's like a race or like, a little bit like, so yeah.
That's dope, man. That's dope. So Tara, thank you. Please, anytime you want to go on and debate against Bam over here.
Yeah, I'm here.
We'll create a show together and we can do that. And always, anytime you want on or promote something, please let me know. Feel free anytime you want.
And we can get the hater fans to chime in on things,
Oh yeah, don't worry. Alex will be on.
I'm gonna do my homework. I'm gonna do my homework because this one here is
brilliant.
She's brilliant. I'm gonna do my fucking homework. If I'm gonna debate with her, no.
He's gonna be like, wait a minute. You'll hear the keyboard going at it.
I'm fucking right.
I know you, brother. I know you, Tara. Thank you so much for being on Shooting the Shit podcast. It's such a pleasure.
Yeah. We appreciate you.
Wish you all the best. There's Tara Kasey. This time video.
Yes.
Infinity Media Productions.